Hello? Back. My shirt's covered with my dog's fur. What can you do? I'm wearing my. Yeah, we're back. I'm sorry I'm late again. But what's weird, I just realized that when I was sitting down, setting up the stream, that it's been a week since the festival. A week today. Fuck me, already a week. What's weird is that a couple days ago it felt like yesterday. But then now it kind of feels more than a week. It's weird. Time is a weird thing. It's already the 8th of December and all that. But tonight we watched Home Alone 2, and I have not seen that movie in its entirety in quite a few years. You know, we always do Home Alone 1 because that's the classic and we had that on DVD. Home Alone 2 we never had. I think the last time I watched it was maybe like 2015, 16 at like a cousin's house, maybe. What's weird is that I remember a lot from it, but majority of it I forgot about. But then again, this is less than a sequel, but more of a remake. It's not a bad thing, because all you need is Macaulay Culkin and Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, and you have a fucking Home Alone movie. But like they were slated to do in Home Alone 3 with Macaulay Culkin as a teenager, Kevin McAllister. But ever since when John Hughes found out that he was retired from acting in 1994, he redrafted the script for a new kid. And that's why Home Alone 3 is probably as bad and as shit now. It's tainted after Home Alone 2. It's tainted. Home Alone 3 sucks. Home Alone 4, even worse. And the fucking most recent Home Alone that people thought was going to be decent was the worst one. But I've seen Home Alone 3 and I kind of liked it for what it was, but it had such a low budget compared to the first two. And for some reason I really thought Marv returned in one of the sequels that isn't 2, and I just wasn't correct. But I do like what they did with 2. People say it's the better movie, but I think nothing can beat the first one. The first one's just, every scene is amazing. John Candy and even Joe Pesci and even the Iceman dude. They're all good factors in the movie that never let down. But the pigeon lady, you put that character in it for basically the same reason why the old man was in it, to make him learn to accept other people and all that stuff. But I think you did just fine with having Duncan as the old man, and having him set up to be the Santa archetype in the movie could have been a way better route you could have gone, because when Kevin turned around, he fucking disappeared, and having him deliver presents at the end of the film supports my case of that. So it would have been amazing for them to put that sure, I don't really like movies where Santa's a real character and he exists, but having a character that's much like Santa around Christmas, that is you only realize it's Santa at the end of the movie, is phenomenal. I'm just remembering that one Christmas movie that Drew Gooden reviewed ages ago, where it was about the famous Mischetti and the glitter fight with CGI glitter. And at the end, because it's about a single father, but the kid is his niece, I think. He meets a girl, and it turns out The girl is from far away. Turns out that girl is the daughter of Santa or some shit like that. I don't know, I just remember that. But what's kind of weird is that I do like the premise of Kevin McAllister just getting up to nonsense by himself in an unknown place. But like, I know the bread and butter of Home Alone 1 is the house invasion scene. That's like the main reason why people rewatch the movie. At least that's the reason why I rewatch it, because that's my favorite part of the movie is him in the house and Kevin like fucking around with him. And they try to replicate it in Home Alone 2, but it's cool. It has like amazing scenes. Probably the best one is when Marv gets shocked and he turns into a skeleton. Like, that's perfect slapstick comedy that I love. But it just wasn't as good. That was like that was the strong point in the first movie, but in this movie was the weak point. Every other thing about the movie was better. The hotel shenanigans and everything was just way better. Having Tim Curry, Rob Schneider, all in it, and like him going around New York exploring, like even the thing with the family's better. Like the family is considerably older. The Buzz is older. His cousins are older. But Kevin feels like he's the exact same age, even though it's 1 year apart. Even though technically he shot the first one when he was 10 and the second one when he was 12. But he looked the same. It was weird. But it just makes me wonder, like, what in some alternate reality where we actually got a proper Home Alone 3 with Macaulay back, and like it's the cult classic trilogy is the Home Alone. Like, that's the only time more than one Christmas movie is worthwhile. Because the Santa Claus movies are good, all three of them are, but one is the best one. Santa Claus 2 is alright, but 3 just, it sucks. Because he just ruined everything about like having, sure, it's an alternate universe basically, but having like Jack Frost Santa open North Pole as like a theme park. It's like, yeah. I haven't seen those movies in a fucking couple of years. I probably need to rewatch them. Yeah. Home Alone 2 is a decent movie. 7 out of 10. No, it's a good sequel, and you could probably watch it back to back with the first one, because like the main crust and bulk of the movie is that you want to just see Macaulay Culkin's character again, and that's probably the reason why he became such a cult hit child actor in so many other movies like Richie Rich, The Good Son, even though I haven't seen it, as well as My Girl, which I haven't seen. I've seen fucking a lot of clips of that, and every time I look up Macaulay Culkin and I remember the scene from My Girl, and that makes me fucking tear up, because I watched it a couple years ago, and it, like, ever since me finding out what happens at the end of that movie, I just cry. Like, think of Macaulay Culkin's character. What other movies is he in that I know? What's weird is that Kieran Culkin, everyone knows he's Macaulay Culkin's brother, but what's weird is that he's more of a proper actor than Macaulay ever will be, because Macaulay was a child actor, but then Kieran's seen as an actor because he was in Succession, he's in Scott Pilgrim, and all these fantastical bits of media that he's not the Home Alone kid's brother, he's his own being, which I like. And even is in both of these movies. And he also, Macaulay got fucking 4.5 million in 1992, which amounts to like fucking double that, if not triple that today. A child actor got more money than other people on that set. That's crazy to think about. Maybe Chris Columbus got a lot because he was always a famous director. But yeah, like, I've never seen the Home Alone 4. Like, it would have been... what makes Home Alone 1 and 2 special is that it has Macaulay Culkin as Kevin. But what kind of would have made for a better franchise? Make it like a Bond situation where every year something similar happens to a different kid, but it's a different thing. Like, they're always around Christmas time, and they always get home alone, but something different happens, you know? In like a potential sequel, it's not about protecting the house, it's like about like protecting the neighbor's house, or like the shopping center, because technically that's what happened in Home Alone 2, where he was protecting the toy store. I just want to know is that how the fuck did he get all these ropes and shit in the hotel room? Because he already had the bozo there. Or did he have the bozo in his backpack? Because otherwise, how did he get it into his in New York? Also, why the fuck would his father report his credit card as stolen, even though he was dependent on that to fucking live in New York by himself? That's weird. Your 10-year-old son is trapped in New York by himself, and you fucking lock off the credit card. That's crazy. You would think that you'd allow him to just use that to survive, but nah. And he also did have the cash he had as well. How do they book the flights to fucking New York? Whose money do they use? Because before, like, all the other flights were from his dad. But then since his dad doesn't have his credit card or money, who the fuck booked the flights for everyone to go to New York? And stay in that new hotel? Whose money? Is it still fucking the dad's? Maybe. Here are who the French call les incompetents. Also, my mum watched 4 Christmases that was ran into 4 holidays. It's decent. What's weird is that it's more an adult movie than it is a kid's Christmas movie, which I kind of like. That adult Christmas movies where like you can just watch for harmless fun. But it's just a lot of the adult humor in it isn't adult humor. It's more like sex humor, which is not the same thing. You know, you can have an adult comedy without fucking sex every fucking 10 seconds, bro. Pardon me. Alright, another episode today of Alan Wake. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Alan Wake tomorrow because I'm finishing work at this time tomorrow, so I don't know. Right now, in 24 hours, I'll be probably sitting on the couch eating food. I'm probably going to look at 11:15 tomorrow and remember that I said this tomorrow, which is, I always do that. I always look at the time and say like, oh hey, last night I was doing this. Fortnite. Do 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 do. Why? Behold this bitter cause it's only worse the end is night. Take it away every second. I remember having a conversation with Jamesy here about this DLC and like be prepared for it if you're gonna play it, and fucking he hasn't. Also, Spider-Man 2 didn't win any single award in the Games Awards this year. No, they were nominated for 7, but they didn't get any. What the fuck? Spider-Man 1 Miles, all this game have got nothing, even though they're like made people get PlayStations in the first place. And guess what? They announced a Blade game. A Blade game, which is fucking cool because, and kind of not really that unknown character because he has a trilogy that was released in the 90s. Marvel character. But here's the kicker. It's being developed by Bethesda. which is famous for the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout franchise, which is arguably they're good franchises. But it needs to be third person. If Blade is not third person, it's not gonna fucking work. And not only that, since fucking Microsoft did buy Bethesda, and that's why Starfield is an Xbox exclusive, it's most likely gonna be a fucking Xbox exclusive to like fight Spider-Man, which is weird having two Marvel characters be on the opposing fucking consoles. But why the fuck are game devs like this? You know, you're releasing a game and you want everyone to play said game. The best way to make the most money is release it on every fucking platform. That's how Minecraft is fucking successful, because it's on every single platform you can think of. PC, iPhone, fucking TV fucking sets. It's on PS Vita, it's on PS3, 4 and 5, it's on everything of Xbox. It's on everything. But then these fucking AAA devs want them to get their console, to get the console money instead of like, I get you had an original IP character like Infamous or God of War or Halo. That makes sense, but people know Marvel. I understand Spider-Man being a PlayStation exclusive because Sony owns the character, but not Blade for fucking Bethesda on Xbox. But if they announce it that Blade is going to be on both consoles, they didn't announce what console is going to be. It could be just a PC game for all we know. But it's probably most likely going to be an Xbox exclusive, which is going to be annoying for every person who played any other game. Because all the superhero games we know are on PlayStation. Like everyone. But yeah, let's continue the game. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I just wish that I can play every game I want, but I'm probably going to buy an Xbox Series X or S. Probably the X one, because it's the famous one. Because of the fact that I want to play Halo. Because I haven't fucking played Halo properly. Any game. All I know is the story for 1 and 2, that's it. All I know is about 3 that befriend the elites. Something about that. Continues the game.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were busy. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and, get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now,
I spoiled myself. He's in the DLCs.
Writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Cool. I want to see secrets, bro. Like a manuscript, a coffee bottle, or something. Probably wasting my own time doing this, but I still want to.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
They gave us a fucking checkpoint, really?
Just follow me. It's not far.
Yeah, Mounted Lake, bro.
Yeah, how about that? It was there if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers. Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
No, I'm fucking waiting for you, you limp motherfucker. I wish I could sprint, but I can't. I want secrets.
Oh, give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
Yeah, hot dog. Oh, you want me to push it?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
That's why she likes the lights. Because she knows about the darkness. You thought she was crazy, but she had some merits behind it. There has to be fucking like a hidden fucking thing, you know? There's no fucking point having this wide area. Sure, we got a coffee thermos, but has to be something else.
Look at the thumbs.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? What's good?
Welcome to...
I don't want to say it, but some girls just don't look good with bangs. What do you do for like fucking fashion exams? What do you write? Like, because isn't it a drawing and designing class? What are the exams?
Do you want?
That's so fucking bizarre.
Oh man, Bob. Can't believe we're finally going on that fishing trip we've been talking about for all these years. Bob and Bob. Iger and Chapek. The dynamic.
What's so bizarre is that that a kind of a fake stereotype is real. Because Call Me Chris is regarded as like one of like the prettiest content creators out there, if not the prettiest. And recently she's been collabing with this other YouTuber. And I don't mean to offend anyone, but like that stereotype is true where like pretty best friend and then the fat best friend. And like every time I see them two together, it's like that's the meme personified, you know? When you're talking to a person like Call Me Chris, that friend pulls her away from you. Every time I see them two together, I just laugh. Just like that's the stereotype personified, you know?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
That wasn't a knock.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
I'm so confused.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
That's fucking creepy.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress, I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right.
So she's writing the story.
She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Okay.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Pretty cozy. I was gonna say I could see myself living here, but where's the fucking bathroom? You know? Where's the fucking bathroom, cunt? Or a TV for that matter.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
How's this door? You know? Like, where is that door? Where's this hidden room that you're not telling me about? Was there meant to be a room behind here that we fucking just can't see? Randolph calls the police.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Hey, the fucking, the boat is now... Yeah.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it
You sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny. Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me, bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure that you will walk away?
So I had no idea that my weapons would get taken away from me. Like, I had no idea until now, basically. Till yesterday, I should say. Which is irritating because usually, like, I usually stockpile ammo and weapons for, like, whatever our next encounter is, but now every time you're gonna get, like, remove that kind... Who the fuck's that?
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
Shoot, ask questions later.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake! Come on!
I'm gonna have to run. I hate these running sections because I can miss collectibles left and right.
There he is! Free! Okay, men. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
I need some more cardio, bro. Fuck.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
What the fuck? She's gonna be an ally. I can guarantee it. Maybe she's the daughter of Barbara or something, you know? What's the name of this episode? Ransom. What's the flare for? What's happening to them and not us?
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
God damn.
I've lost contact with most of the men you assigned to me. It's Blake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
She's on our side. Because she knows something fucking weird happened to us. So now it's happening to everyone else. It's almost like the darkness is protecting us and we're against the light now. Jesus. They're dead. That's always that wants to go up there. I'm guessing we're gonna go over there. You guys are over Firewatch, right?
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Or how the fuck did we get in there? Oh, the door's there.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
This would be a weird job just to have. You know, because like you don't really have supplies and all that shit. You just have to just wait it out. Like it's like a week-long gig and or something. Like, it'd be fucking terrifying to work, to be honest.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
And as soon as I get a gun, they're gonna make me fucking shoot a bunch of cunts, aren't they?
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Barrels. It makes more sense to have this type of gameplay as episode 1.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I got the trophy. I was trying to get. Ah, you fucking cunt. What the hell? Fuck me. Just fucking waste of a couple. Oh, scheiße. I was about to say I'm out of flashbangs, I've got one more. They're good, but it's only good for a lot of enemies. If you use it on one enemy, it's like a waste.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
I haven't found a paper in a long time, so I probably have missed a couple, or I haven't found one yet. Usually they're on our path, and like only 10% of them aren't on our path.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
That's what we just basically went through. Like, I need more fucking flashbangs, you know? No, I don't want to fucking constantly be worried about enemies. I want to find secrets. In a game like this, you can't really do that. You're forced to just stick around and kill a bunch of cunts.
As if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Oh, multiple. I see something over there.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
I don't know. There's a trophy to get to or survive something for 30 minutes. But like, oh, get something quickly within 30 minutes, and I don't really understand what part of this game is you have to do in 30 minutes. What the?